Good afternoon. This is my first video, so it's going to be very rough because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm trying to create this channel for people like myself. I am 75 years young and I left America behind, gave everything I owned away, bought plane tickets and flew to first Poland and stayed in Krakow for a little while, about a week. And then I traveled with a tour guide that I knew really well, Marek, and he drove me to Bosnia-Herzegovina, where I have been living. I first arrived here in September of 2021. My journey brought me here. It was COVID going on. I was living in a active retirement home in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I just felt like I was in prison, but I knew I wasn't in prison because I've worked in a prison for many years. And I had a window looking out onto a forest of trees. So obviously I wasn't in prison, but that's how it felt. I called my oldest son one day and I said, I'm miserable. I can't stand it. I'm in prison here, but I'm not in prison. He said to me, Mom, go do whatever you want to do. You'll be happy and we'll be happy if you're happy. I said, you mean it? He said, yeah. I said, I think I want to go back to Medjugorje. I had been here for my 60th birthday with my brother. We came, first we went to Rome for Divine Mercy Sunday. Then we went to Krakow, Poland, where St. John Paul, at that time Pope John Paul, had the first Divine Mercy Sunday. They opened a huge arena there at the back of the property for the pilgrims to worship him. And from there we came to Medjugorje for, I believe we were here 5 days. But the place never left me. So during this time of COVID, being alone and isolated, I just thought, well, maybe I can go live in Medjugorje and I could pray there, and maybe I could volunteer at the church. I would do whatever. But I was just going to do something because I had too much life in me. And to sit doing nothing, confined, and you're not allowed to go to one another's apartments. We had to be still. We had to be in our place. They would deliver food to us. It was not my cup of tea. So also during that time, though, I had gained weight and I wasn't exercising. So I began to walk around outside of the property, the complex, just go around the big complex and come back in. And then I really started watching what I was eating. Gave up all the junk food, and the weight began to come off of me, and I was feeling a whole lot better when I made the trip. But still, when I came here, I wasn't the healthiest ever yet. So that was the big deal. I mean, I asked my children, did they want anything I had? No, they didn't want a thing. So I called the only thing available. We didn't have St. Vincent de Paul there. We had a Union Rescue Mission. I called and asked them to send a big truck with 3 guys and take everything I owned out. So they did. And I only kept a few pictures and things that are at my son's house, but I think maybe there's 6 small boxes. It's not a lot. Some Christmas ornaments that I liked, I said maybe they would use them. And that's the story of my life. I came here with my suitcases and myself. I didn't know anybody here, although I had stayed at this property 15 years ago when I came. So I did know the owner of the property. The purpose of this channel is just to encourage anybody out there that's feeling depressed, anxious, suicidal. I don't know what might be going on in your mind, that you're just stuck. You want to get out of the rut. You want to change where you're at. You need to do something different because there's life in you, and you need to live the life that you are meant to live. And being depressed and taking antidepressants and overeating or dabbling in things that we shouldn't be doing on the internet, whatever it is just craziness. So I am promising you that I'm going to make content to share with you how I have navigated through leaving everything behind and leaving the chaos of America behind to move to a very small village called Medjugorje in a country called Bosnia-Herzegovina. The capital of this country is Sarajevo, and the nearest airports to fly into are Dubrovnik, Croatia, Split, Croatia, or Sarajevo. Each of the airports are about the same distance. If you go to Sarajevo, you have to wind around mountains. It's a longer ride to get back to where the little village is. Dubrovnik is also further out. Split now has a major freeway like we would have in the United States, or highway, I should say. You have to pay a toll of €1.20 to cross the border. So it's minimal, nothing like the fees that are charged in the US. Also, I'm going to share with you the journey of faith, because this has been a leap of faith, and it has been a healing experience for me. There's too many things to tell you in this video, but I am going to share with you my life and the traumatic thing that would change my life and our whole family's life forever. And that also within me was this feeling that I was the cause of all the problems in my family and the world around me and anything. And if I would just be out of the picture, everybody would be happy and life would be good and everybody would get along. I'd be gone in heaven or wherever I was going to end up. I didn't know, maybe hell, maybe God would have mercy on me. I wasn't sure, but I just knew I needed to be gone, which is an absolute lie. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks this. I know that there's people watching this video right now that have been in this same position that I was in, feeling like you're the cause of all the problems. And if you were gone, life would be better. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's not the truth. You belong here. You deserve to be here. You need to be here. The world needs you. So I want to encourage you along this path. I will share with you the spiritual practices that I have used, the techniques that have worked for me, those that haven't worked for me, and what it's like to live in a foreign country where you know absolutely no one when you come, and how do you make friends, how do you survive, how do you do all these things. I'm going to share all this with you because actually it's quite simple. It's not a difficult process. And the most amazing thing is you will meet people and friends and you have the same mindset. The people that come to Medjugorje come here to fast and pray. This is not a place just for Catholics. Mother Mary has been appearing here. Mother Mary is the mother of all human beings. And she comes with one message: pray, 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 pray for world peace. That is a universal message. We need this desperately in our world right now. Our world has gone bonkers. Everywhere things are crazy. But in this little village, I guarantee you, I don't hear fire engines. I don't hear ambulances. I don't hear gun violence. I don't hear people fighting. I hear people walking up and down the street singing, talking, praying. Children are riding their bicycles. They're out playing with one another. They go back and forth to school without, policemen needing to be there guarding them or whatever. It's like when I lived in America as a child in the early 50s, and we were free to ride our bicycles and play with our friends, and our parents didn't worry that we were going to be kidnapped, sex trafficked, human trafficked. None of this stuff existed then, and it doesn't exist in this little village. So this is a hamlet where you can come and just be with Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, whatever you choose to call God. I practice the Catholic faith, but I will also share with you how Even though I was a cradle Catholic, I walked away from that faith, dabbled in New Age, studied Eastern religions, lived in Taiwan, went to the Buddhist temples there while I was there with my husband and my family. So yes, it's a journey. Life is a journey, and it's all about the journey. It's not the destination, because ultimately, I don't know if I have my next breath, but I do know that right now, today, in this moment, I choose to be happy, to be joyous, and to spread that joy in any way I can with anyone that will listen to me, because I know that the things I am doing are not of my own power, that I believe that my Mother Mary brought me here to this beautiful, peaceful hamlet to learn how to pray. She is teaching me about her son, Jesus. She's teaching me about forgiveness. And I'm learning that without forgiveness, I can't love. I've said I've loved people, but in my mind, in my heart, are deep, deep hurts of things that happened in my life that I couldn't let go of. They were destroying me. It was like the event that happened on June 6, 1991 is where my life stopped. No, life didn't stop that day, but the traumatic event was so impactful, my heart felt like it would stop. I didn't know how I was going to drive my car home. So now that I have been here, now that I've unlocked the big, huge key that I can't love until I forgive, and I have to forgive and forget. I cannot choose to remember and hash up the past and bring it back in. I can talk about all the great things in the past, and I can say to you, yes, we had these traumatic events, but guess what? We all survived, we're all alive, we're all here, and we have a choice today. How am I going to live today? Am I going to live joyously, happily, with compassion and tenderness in my heart that is open for all peoples? I don't need to, the word I'm looking for, I don't need to put anybody out of my circle. My circle can be inclusive of all colors, all races, all nationalities, all beliefs. We all need to come together to find the one core, the one center, that we're all interconnected. None of us live on an island. None of us live alone to ourselves. We are all interconnected at a cellular level, an energy level. And this is what we need to focus on. So I look forward to the next videos. I promise you they're going to get better. I'm not real smart with technology, and I'm reading these instructions and I didn't know what to do. I finally said, Teresa, put the video up and just make it. Stick it up on YouTube and let's go from there. This is video number 1, and I will get some help, because I know that the God I believe in, He will send me some help. Or she, my Mother Mary, somebody is going to send me some help to get this figured out and teach me just the rudimentary things that I need to know to operate this channel, and to encourage all of you to be all that you can be. I don't care if you're 75, 85, 95, 65. We're all this. I'm speaking to this age group of people. I hope some young people will listen and maybe take some lessons from the things that have brought me to the place that I am in my life today, because all of us walk this earth, with hiccups along the way and road bumps and many falls, but we get up and we keep on going. Have a wonderful day. I look forward to the next video with you and to sharing so many, many things. I have them listed and written down, so more to come. Until next time, God bless you. I pray for all of you, all people in the world, for peace in your lives, peace in your families, and we'll meet again. Okay, my information will be at the bottom of the video. And please comment, like, share the video if you think you know anyone who might get some use from the things that I'm going to say. Pass it on, because that's the only way we can help one another. Just share the love that we have with one another. And the more we share our love, it just goes and it flows like a river to the rest of the world. We must make a decision for peace and love in our life. It starts with forgiveness, and it starts today. Bye until tomorrow.